AJ Preller's not the problem. AJ Preller should not be fired. He's got, I think, one more year left on his contract. If the Padres let go of AJ Preller, whether that's Eric Grutner influencing this decision, who on that letter that he wrote earlier this year didn't include AJ Preller somehow, like that's disrespectful. If it's John Seidler that makes this decision, whoever is making this decision, you let go of AJ Preller, you should probably hand this off to somebody else to run this team then as an ownership group. Because that would just be absolute stupidity. He's literally the reason why you're in this spot of selling the ballpark out every night. He puts together this roster. And I know there's been some bumpy times, and he would admit that too. But he can't control that Ramon Laureano got hurt. He couldn't control Joe Musgrove got hurt in the postseason last year and had to miss this year. He couldn't control Jason Adam got hurt. What he did and what he could control was putting a postseason caliber and a team that could make a run if things fall their way. He put that roster together. He did his job. This isn't on AJ Preller. He has stars on this team. He has complementary guys on this team. He had no other bullpen I'd rather have. He constructed that bullpen. And when the Padres needed bats before the deadline, he went and got bats. And the Ramon Laureano move was one of the best moves in the deadline, including Mason Miller as well. Like, that's another one that was great. And Ryan O'Hearn had his moments. Like, Freddie Fermin actually did pretty good in this wild card series offensively. He did his job. The Padres had holes. He went out and filled those holes before the trade deadline. And you can never question how much he wants to win. You cannot say, oh, yeah, it doesn't work that hard. Oh, doesn't really want to go for it this year. He's always going for it. That guy is the hardest working person in the league. The guy barely sleeps. When the season is over, he goes right back to work and is in Japan scouting or, finding a way to get better for next year. The guy doesn't stop. And whoever you bring in, if it's not AJ Preller, I guarantee you that person will not work as hard as AJ Preller. And I just can't see how you're going to find someone that wants to win for San Diego and for this franchise more than AJ. And I think another question the Padres need to ask themselves, would another team go swoop up AJ Preller immediately if they let him go? The answer is yes. And I think you should ask that about a lot of things. It's a pretty good indicator of what your decision should be when it comes to these sort of things. Do what your opponents don't want you to do. Would other owners want you to fire AJ Preller? Yes, they would, because that would mean that he's available for them to go get, because they know how brilliant he is. I hope that this ownership group, whoever makes this decision, I hope that they understand how good the Padres do have it with AJ Preller right now, and that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Just because you haven't made it, sometimes that's not the GM's fault. How about it's the players on the field that have track records of performing, but then they don't do that in the biggest moments. Or sometimes there are injuries and you can't control it. Sometimes there's an umpire who makes a terrible call that you can't control. So I don't think that AJ Preller should be penalized for that. This is 4 postseason appearances in 6 years. It's back-to-back 90-win seasons. And you could argue that it should have been more, but that's not AJ Preller's fault either. Back-to-back 90-win seasons hasn't happened in this franchise's history. Back-to-back 90-win seasons doesn't happen if AJ Preller isn't the GM of this team. I firmly believe that. So, yes, I will be really, really pissed if AJ Preller does not remain with the Padres. Because he wants to. And just go listen to what Manny says about him. After the Padres clinched a postseason spot, the words that Manny had about AJ, go back and listen to that. And that should tell you everything.